Lives of 186,318 Indian Army soldiers and officers at risk. Tiny enemy drones can identify and target Indian soldiers. The same protective armor that could have saved our soldiers' lives becomes the source of danger to their lives. Save 186,318 soldiers. No sensationalism, just national interest. Be warned. Hello and welcome. My name is Shailesh Kumar and you're watching National Defence. Government of India through Ministry of Defence is buying 186,318 bulletproof jackets at a cost of rupees 639 crores from a company SMPP Private Limited for the protection of Indian Army soldiers and officers from enemy bullets. But now it has come to the notice of your YouTube channel National Defence that same bulletproof jackets originally meant to protect our Indian Army troops can potentially make them vulnerable of enemy bullets and autonomous weapons. And all this just for vendors' monetary profit. But should this be allowed at a cost of soldiers' safety and security? Through this story, we wish to draw the attention of our security establishment, Defence Minister, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President of India Ramnath Kovind, who is the Supreme Commander of our armed forces, to take necessary steps to safeguard the national security interests. On 13th March this year, India's leading newspaper, Economic Times, published a story titled Chinese Materials Find Way into Army Bulletproof Vests. The reputed newspaper revealed that 40% of the jacket material comprising fabric and boron carbide powder are being imported from China. The newspaper, quoting Executive Director of SMPP, Mr. Ashish Kansal, revealed that during selection process, SMPP presented jackets that contained raw material from Western sources in Europe and America, but changed its suppliers to China after winning the contract. Ashish Kansal was quoted saying, "Yes, we have changed the suppliers and have informed the army about it. There is no change of quality and the jackets are of same standard that was tested."
It's not a violation, it's outright cheating. This vendor is like a typical small-minded businessman, is trying to buy cheap stuff which is not proven in quality. There is no quality assurance of that item being done, and he wants to use that material. And I am told that when he got the contract on the basis that his material will be supplied from Europe and there will be no Chinese angle involved in it. And those companies which were having Chinese technology and Chinese material in them, they were discarded from the thing under national security considerations.
When National Defence contacted its sources in the Indian Army to verify the story, sources said, SMPP is the vendor contracted for supply of bulletproof jackets to Indian Army. During the initial trials, SMPP had sourced material from US and Netherlands. However, during the acceptance test procedure or ATP, the company sourced material from China, as the US and Netherlands companies were also sourcing from the same Chinese companies. SMPP preferred to take directly from the source, thereby keeping the price down. The BPJs have passed the ATP. Source of vendor procured material does not come under the purview of ATP.
It is believed that the firm did go in for the material used was of an European origin or the American origin. However, the boron carbide and the fabrics which subsequently would go in for were reported had come from China. Now, there is no such clause which says that a material should not be got from here or from there. After all, it's an international market. You could procure the material from anywhere.
Ministry of Defence, I think, went by its lowest bidder concept that they've always followed, the L1 concept. So if the Chinese company bid for much less than the European companies, naturally it would get the contract. Unless the government comes in and says, we don't want to buy anything from China, and Chinese companies are allowed to bid for defense contracts, and if they win, then they get the contract. That's how it is. So it was for the Modi government to say that companies from China sourced to anything in China cannot bid for any defense contracts. This is what has happened in Europe, in America and elsewhere, where the Chinese companies are not allowed to bid. They're not even in the game to supply any kind of military goods. This we haven't done. So it's a responsibility of the Indian government.
We will focus more on whether the change of vendor for raw material from European companies to Chinese companies is a legal violation of defense contract or not in the second part of this story. But let me first point out the security vulnerability by letting the vendor procure raw material from China, a country against whom our defense forces, including Indian Army, prepare to fight a war.
Once we know that this man is cheating and he is using a material from a vendor who is not qualified to supply, and particularly China, which is where we are very, very chary of taking anything in the defense sector from China, this contract needs to be cancelled straight away and this man should be prosecuted under the National Security Act.
China is India's adversary. India has long pending border dispute with People's Republic of China. Our Indian Army had been face to face with People's Liberation Army many a times in recent times, latest being in Doklam. Chiefs of Indian Armed Forces often talk about preparedness of two-front war with Pakistan and with China. By far, India has not allowed Chinese entry in the Indian military and strategic domain, as any such Chinese move is treated with a high degree of caution in India. But perhaps for the first time, Chinese are about to gain access to the physical bodies of our soldiers, making them highly vulnerable of attack in situation of any hostilities.
The perspective of the army has to be understood. The army has been without these bulletproof jackets. There is a huge number of 1 lakh plus. They are fighting counter-insurgency operations. Now we are seeing the level of IED attacks and the other attacks are going up. The insurgents and the terrorists are becoming much more sophisticated in their weapons and equipment as also in their technology. So what we are now looking at is, the army says is that if we cancel this at this juncture, it will mean going back by about 3 years, and that means in that period we can lose about hundreds of lives of soldiers who would have been able to use this base.
This contention or security concern is based on realized scientific feats and just not a science fiction or figment of our imagination. We all must understand that today wars are fought and won on the basis of military technologies. By procuring raw material for bulletproof jackets from China, SMPP is putting the lives of 186,318 soldiers at risk. Chinese can track the location of our soldiers wearing those Chinese raw material made bulletproof jackets. There is a possibility of embedding the bulletproof jackets with RFID or radio frequency identification chips, which can be as small as 22 micron or 0.0009 inches, a size that is undetectable to human eye to a dust particle size. With this size, these RFID tags can even be inserted into human cells.
The point is more and more whether it is body armor or main armor for weapon systems and so on, are embedded with the nano materials of various kinds, the carbon nano and so on. Carbon nanotubes are the most obvious ones. People don't realize just how small a nanometer is. 1 nanometer is 10 raised to minus 9 meters, which is, you can't see with the naked eye. Virtually, it's very difficult to make out. So that's the kind of scale you are talking about. And when you have it embedded in the body armor, for instance, and it can be programmed with all kinds of things, remotely lighting up the vest the person is wearing. So while he's not aware, but as you just say, some Chinese drone or some such sensor can pick up the movement of the people wearing the jackets, the body armor. So this is the kind of stuff, the danger that you have when you source material from China.
The passive RFID tag can be read through a RFID reader using ultra high frequency operating from a distance of 10 meters or more. China is known to have developed drone swarm technology. These drones are as small as the size of your thumb. They work on artificial intelligence and powered to operate for very long time. These small drones can be programmed to detect target through facial recognition, skin color, eye detection, or even location. Once detected, the tiny drone can hit its victim at a designated spot on the body. There is no escape even if target hides.
He can put microchips, nanochips inside the material that will also provide him information about location of soldiers, where they are going, and he can correlate, and he can do all kinds of manipulation. He can use this material to the technology that is done to undermine our communication systems.
UHF RFID tags in bulletproof jackets inserted through raw material can be electromagnetically coupled with RFID receiver fitted in such autonomous drones or even in guns. RFID tags in bulletproof jackets do not need self-power but would be activated by the signals or radio waves sent by RFID receivers. Experts say not only this, today technology exists to light up the bulletproof jackets from a remote place by warming up the nanotubes in the bulletproof jacket being present in the raw material mixed with boron carbide or fabric.
The material source does not matter. What matters is the product. Yes, there could be some kind of contention amongst people to say that there could be some nanotechnologies or some kind of a thing which would have been inserted in which would give away the location of the wearer of the bulletproof jacket because it originates from China, as what is reported again, that most of the mobiles which originate from China can take you back and they can monitor various activities, and therefore it is a general perception that don't buy a mobile from China, it is better that you buy it from elsewhere rather than. I think sometimes you do get a feeling that it's such a competitive world that no harm in saying something, but nobody, I don't visualize that anybody would want to do that. But to be on the safe side, it would be much better that since a doubt has crept up, we go in for a technical evaluation after the supply also, and should they continue to meet the GSQR that we have laid down, by all means we should accept it. But should it not, reject it.
We might have some technological capability, but then we have enough relationships globally. We can ask an American vendors. We have a tie-up with the FBI. We have a tie-up with the American DIA. So we can use the offices of the other countries where such technologies are available to have them evaluated properly. So that's when I say evaluation, I'm not talking about India evaluation. I'm talking about the fact that they need to be evaluated by the best possible manner and the best possible experts, including getting experts from abroad, and all at the cost of the vendor.
The problem though is that danger is not any less when you source it from Western countries. Please be very sure of that, because they are able to sell it to anybody they want, and our adversaries can have it too. So that's not much of a thing. We have to develop our own nanotechnology. There are programs afoot in Bangalore and elsewhere. I don't understand why the Indian government does not encourage Indian companies to go get into the nano business, because the Indian companies are aware that the Indian military prefers Western or some foreign made things. Indian companies don't want to get into it, and that's our loss, because we end up then becoming targets, very easy targets for enemy states like China in particular.
These scenarios may seem a science fiction, but this is a reality which we have to face in case of any eventuality in future. Now it is up to the government or armed forces to resist the change of raw material source post signing of the contract. National security is paramount and genuine concerns should not be shrugged off in lieu of cheap deal. However, post signing of contract, monetary benefits by changing the vendor are likely to pass on the vendor only.
Army should order thorough technical investigation of this material. thorough technical investigation. It should also carry out thorough investigation that it does not have any embedded chips or any other items in it. We have the capability, we are smart enough, we will know about it. If after that trials that this assessment is there that these bulletproof jackets can be utilized, then there is some case for the army to accept them. But till such time, full evaluation of the material and the efficacy of these jackets is done, I don't think it should be possible.
As far as I know, we don't have any such technology, very simply.
We cannot detect.
No. Because as I said, that's the sort of technology you would have if you allowed your own companies in India to develop the nanotechnology. Then that becomes your source, right? And then how you configure the nanotubes and so on, then defines your signature, as it were. No third country can then detect it or target it, as you can do when you have sourced all the material.
The acquisition of raw material by contractor SMPP is against the ethos or preamble of defence procurement policy of Government of India. The first paragraph of the preamble, which is the Bible or Gita of defence procurement in India, reads, "Defence acquisition is not a standard open market commercial form of procurement and has certain unique features such as supplier constraints, technological complexity, foreign suppliers, high cost, foreign exchange implications and geopolitical ramifications, while maintaining highest standards of transparency, probity and public accountability. A balance between competing requirements such as expeditious procurement, high quality standards and appropriate costs need to be established. As a result, decision making pertaining to defence procurement remains unique and complex." National Defence had tried to get the reaction and version of the supplier of these bulletproof jackets, the SMPP company. We called up their executive director, Mr. Ashish Kansal, many a times. We even WhatsApped and emailed them our request for their version, but we did not receive any response. When we visited their office as listed on their website and Google, we were told that both the owners, Dr. S.C. Kansal and Mr. Ashish Kansal, are not available. We would like to publish their version in the follow-up stories and would like to request them that being Indian citizen, they should consider national interests first, because it is just not a commercial deal. Rather, it is a security deal. मैं नेशनल डिफेंस जरूर चैलेंज करूँगा जर्नलिस्ट हूँ, ठीक है ना। और ये भी नहीं आपको जवाब नहीं दे पाएंगे, ठीक है। दूसरा ये है कि बेटा क्या है, देखो आप नौकर हैं, नौकर को पूरी हिस्ट्री नहीं पता होती कि मालिक क्या कर रहा है क्या नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है ना। मालिक है तो
he needs to be punished for procedure violation. On 11th of March, we had a technology seminar in this room, which was attended by, among others, Secretary R&D and senior people from DRDO and from the services. This issue came up. It was not discussed in as elaborate a manner as it is, but the problem is that the current level of bulletproof jackets that we are using are very heavy, and troops don't like to use them. These ones are light, about 1.5 kgs or 2 kgs, 1 or 2 kgs maximum. They are very popular that way. So we are in a catch-22 situation. At one level, we need these jackets, and they are required for the safety of our troops. But on the other hand, the material use, if it is being exploited by the Chinese for reasons like we discussed just now, then it can have a much larger implications. So, the call has to be taken by the MOD, and the MOD, we glibly talk about MOD. MOD, when you talk about Ministry of Defence, it's only a procedural organization. They do not have any facilities. The technological facilities of the DRDO, the technological facilities of the service headquarters, the NTRO, and if you want to talk about material labs that we have in Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited, etc., those are the guys who need to be looking at chemical laboratories. Go to IITs. We have a sophisticated IIT. IIT Delhi is one of the criteria. Biggest test centers is in chemical engineering.
When we checked up with Ministry of Defence, we were told by the officials on condition of anonymity that it is written nowhere in the contract about the source of raw material. In the contract, he told that I am sourcing raw material from India. Generally, only 1% of sample of delivered material is inspected, but in this contract, there is a provision of inspection of 10% random samples. Besides, all payments are based on delivery. Bank security is 25%, and at any stage, if he falters, that can be confiscated. National Defence has learnt that SMPP is to supply 10,000 BPJs in the first batch by April this year. If SMPP company has violated the law or compromised national security, they should be brought to book without any soft corner to them. The motto of BJP government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is nation first. Now it is up to the government and authorities to decide on the issue. National Defence would suggest that if the rules to bar Chinese companies to participate in Indian defence and security domain are yet not formulated, then perhaps it is the high time to regulate Chinese entry in defence sector until we resolve our border dispute with China on a friendly term.
The fact of the matter is, our Indian military by and large has been, shall we say, Western source oriented. They would rather procure Western material rather than from any other source. That's the truth. Now here the problem is that it clashes with the L1 principle of the Ministry of Defence in their procurement processes. So what can you do? So that is where the dilemma is. As I said, it could be cut out if the Indian government merely decided that the Chinese companies would not be allowed to get into the competition at all. And that's the way to go. We should stop the Chinese companies from selling anything of any sensitive nature to the Indian military.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share and do subscribe National Defence. We would appreciate your feedback in the comment box. Content on National Defence is free to watch. If you wish to support our content, you may do so via Patreon. The link is given in the description. Thank you for watching. Stay fit, stay healthy and stay tuned to National Defence. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.